welcome. Uh, we are going to be talking about this issue of the Gabon military coup. We all know that the president of Gabon has been overthrown, and we are looking now at those issues that arose from the overthrow. So, from what we know, the military has already taken over from the government. They have unseated the president, who whose family had held power for more than half a century, for more around 56 years. So the Bongo family has been holding power for all this while. The ousted president Ali Bongo Odimba, also known as Ali Bongo, has faced accusation of election fraud and corruption since he began ruling the oil-rich but poverty-stricken nation. That is what is a very characteristic of most of these African countries. They are oil rich, but they are also poverty stricken. You know, he has been ruling the country for about 14 years, and from what we understand, the resident of the capital is under the military control. And as you will see that the Bongo family has been ruling, with ironclad rule. The father was there for more than uh, uh, 2 or 3 decades, and the son took over. You know, but let's listen to what the president who has been removed, the ousted president Ali Bongo, has to say and ask for help, because he is trying to ask for international support and how they can help him to uh, get back his power. Okay, so listen to him.
Ondimba, president of Gabon, and I'm to send a message to all the friends that we have all over the world to tell them to make noise. For the people here have arrested me and my family. My son is somewhere, my wife is in another place, and I'm at the residence. Right now, I'm in the residence. Ondimba, president of Gabon, and I'm to send a message to all the friends that we have all over the world to tell them to make noise. For the people here have arrested me and my family. My son is somewhere, my wife is in another place, and I'm at the residence. Right now, I'm in the residence and nothing is happening. I don't know what's going on. So I'm calling you to make noise, really. I'm thanking you. Ondimba, president of Gabon, and I'm to send a message to all the friends that we have all over the world to tell them to make noise.
As you can see, the president is asking for help from the international community. People say he's speaking in English is very symbolic. He is the president of a French-speaking country, but he's speaking in English tells a lot about what is going on and where he's looking for help now. He's not looking for help from France. He's looking for help from other countries. That's why he's speaking in English. Okay, he knows that France cannot help him anymore. The time of French era has gone. So he's looking for help in some other countries. Okay, the military grabbed power uh, in this country where most of look at the military. These are the military. They are very happy.
Du
Uh,
26 août 2023 n'a pas rempli les conditions d'un scrutin transparent, crédible et inclusif, tant espéré par les Gabonaises et les Gabonais. À cela s'ajoute une gouvernance irresponsable, imprévisible par une dégradation continue de la cohésion sociale, risquant de conduire le pays au chaos. Ce jour, 30 août 2023, nous, forces de défense et de sécurité, réunis au sein du comité pour la transition et la restauration des institutions, CTRI, au nom du peuple gabonais et garant de la protection des institutions, avons décidé de défendre la paix en mettant fin au régime en place. À cet effet, les élections générales du 26 août 2023, ainsi que les résultats tronqués, sont annulés. Les frontières sont fermées jusqu'à nouvel ordre. Toutes les institutions de la République sont dissoutes, notamment le gouvernement, le Sénat, l'Assemblée nationale.
The military is just making the statement considering the ousted and the coup, and they are just making it clear that all the institutions and everything should be closed. The borders were closed, so the takeover is very clear, and there's no question about that. And the incumbent president is now begging for help, and it's so clear that most of the support that he has from France is no more there because the president now is trying to see if he can be reinstated. But remember, the family of this Bongo family has been ruling this country for the past 56 years. Okay, he still want to remain in power. Okay, it's just crazy that you see the why the military took over shortly after Gabon's election authority said that Bongo had been re-elected president following the last weekend's election. It is just terrible that they are re-electing somebody who has been there and could not even be able to walk. Hmm? His health condition was not that perfect. You know, he had a stroke. You saw him falling several times when he was making speeches. Why are you still going? Why do you want to stay there? Why do you want to still remain in power when you cannot even help yourself? Eh? You have already been there for 2 terms. Okay. The funny thing is that most of these European countries are supporting these dictators in Africa. Even after their term is over, they still want to keep them there. Okay. Why? Why is it that only in Africa that they'll keep these people there? The military, this is a new guy that just, they are very happy with him and they are, see how they are happy. The thing is that the military, the name of the president junta is General Brice Oligui Nguema. They say he was once the bodyguard of Bongo's late father. That was the previous ruler of Gabon. You know, and we can see that Oligui claimed Bongo was enjoying all his rights as a normal Gabonese citizen. Okay, but if you can see, you see that the we have seen different videos of the celebration in Gabon, of footage of soldiers, and like you can see here, having uh, shouting president, president, that is president, president, president. Okay, the resident in the capital, Libreville, were seen also dancing on the street. As you can see, the like here you can these are the women dancing. They are jubilating on the street. Look at the population in Libreville, Gabon. This is even some members of the Gabonese diaspora also celebrated on Wednesday with students from Gabon gathering outside the country's embassy, like the one in Dakar, Senegal. You know, uh, some statement was made like I assure you that what the Gabonese people wanted was just for the Bongo system to leave power. Okay, that's what the statement from one student. They just wanted the dynasty, the Bongo dynasty, to leave power. That's why the people of Gabon are very happy. And uh, but when we look at what is to come next, the question remains over what will happen to the Gabon's parliament and government institution. What will happen to the country's leadership? What awaits the Bongo and his family? Because if you can see in the in the statement, he's crying for help. He doesn't know where his wife is. He doesn't know where his son is. His other children are, and we don't know what the coup means for Gabon's international standing and diplomatic relationship too. Anytime a coup happens, there's always what they call sanctions. Sanctions will come from all over, but at the end of the day, there'll be some transitions from the military to the civilian government. So uh, the Gabonese people are tired of the Bongos. Okay, Ali Bongo is 64, so he took over from his father, Omar Bongo, who died of a cardiac arrest while receiving treatment for intestinal cancer. He died in 2009. Okay, following almost 42 years in office, like Paul Biya in Cameroon, who has been for ruling 41 years. Okay, the it is very very important to understand. Okay, that the father, the Bongo, came to power in 1967. Okay, 7 years after the Gabonese independence from France. Okay, and he ruled for almost uh, 40 years, 42 years with an ironclad fist, the same like what the President Biya is doing in Cameroon. Okay, the same, imposing this their one party system for years, like same like in Cameroon where you have just the CPGM party, and it is just crazy that they say there's multi-party system. Same thing that happened in 1991, where the SDF in Cameroon also came in and tried to compete with the CPGM party. It was very short-lived. The same thing in Gabon today, where we have the Ali Bongo coming to power. He used to be the Ali Bongo used to be the foreign minister. Okay, he was also a congressman and also a defense minister before becoming president in 2009. So the father used him in all those positions. Okay, yeah. So you see photo surfacing of the new president being the uh, the bodyguard of the old Bongo, the elder Bongo, who and so they say there's some kind of relationship, but we are still not sure of that relationship between the current military leader. Okay, but from what we know is that the father is just handed power to the son, and this is the problem with African countries. We have seen this father to son uh, something now for so many years, right? It's just wonderful because you see the Gabonese people are just happy seeing the change come to their country. You can understand that they were in the bondage. The Bongos have been ruling them for 56 years under iron fist, ironclad rule. Now they're happy to come out of this bondage, and you can see them being happy and really big jubilation, in the country, and you know. Well, people ask why are there so many coups happening in Africa? They, we know there have been multiple coups over the past 3 years in Africa's former French colonies, right? But people ask, like in Mali, Guinea, Burkina Faso, Chad, Niger, Tunisia, and now Gabon. Okay, they say some people say it threatens the reversal of the democratization process the continent has undergone in the past 2 decades. But some critics say the coup in Africa were rampant in the early post-colonial decades, right? But at the end of the day, we look at the reason why coups are happening because the people of Africa they believe that most of the leaders are very, very pro-France or pro-West. So they are trying to get out of that colonial pact that most of the countries signed. Okay, the justifications still resonate with many African countries today, where the people feel these problems are worsening. Okay, and you see like this corruption, mismanagement, poverty. According to most of these people, they said toppling the government is the only solution, and that's why most of these countries are dictators. They have dictatorship government. And when the people see change like this, they are happy because the way they silence any dissent is rampant. Most African countries, opposition leaders are either jailed or killed, dissent are either jailed or killed. It's just normal. Okay, so that's what happens. Yeah. So looking at what is going on. We can see a lot of issues from the. We can see a lot of issues from the. Let's take a listen to this man again. Then we'll come to what he's trying to say. He's speaking in
My
English.
wife is in another place, and I'm at the residence. Right now, I'm in the residence, and nothing happening. Nothing is happening. I don't know what's going on. So I'm calling you to make noise, to make noise, to make noise, really. I'm thanking you, Nguema, President of Gabon, and I'm to send a message to all the friends that we have all over the world to tell them to make noise, for the people here have arrested me and my family. My son is somewhere, my wife is in another place, and I'm at the residence. Right now, I'm in the
He said this
residence.
will make noise, so people were asking.
Happening. Nothing is happening.
He said, what kind of noise? So people were asking, what noise is he talking about? Because these are people who have been ruling this country for decades. And the family has enjoyed all the wealth, all the, they have enjoyed the oil money all these years, for 56 years. But he still wants to stay in power. So that's the question. Man, these leaders are just terrible, man. It's terrible, man. We are condemning this father to son power, handing over power from father to son. Okay, that's what is killing Africa. We condemn all those type of ways because it doesn't make sense for you to have that kind of father to son. And we saw that in Gabon, we saw that in Congo, and we saw that in many African countries. And the next is Cameroon because we have seen Paul Biya trying to prepare his son, okay, for leadership. So hopefully it's not going to happen because that is what are the basic causes of the coup that is happening. People are asking why are they coups, but what do you want the world to say? Hmm? We know this power grab is a flagrant violation of the legal and political instrument for African Union. We know that, okay. But the fact that they, the United Nations or the AU or the ECOWAS or CEMAC, they allow dictators to fraudulently stay in power, right? So they cannot, if they cannot stop these dictators, they only come in when there's coup. Why not ask why are these people why are these people having coups? Find out from them why do they have coups? This guy lost the election. It's the same thing in the guy in Guinea, in Niger, right? He lost the election and he wanted to still stay in power. Uh, we cannot allow people who have frauding election, change the constitution, doing all this constitutional coup, stay in power. Then when the army take over power, oh, the whole world come and start crying. Okay, but they don't want to go into the nooks and crannies of the matter. The people are very happy when coup happens. Why? Because they're in bondage. They are suffering from this, issue of dictatorship. Okay, we cannot allow dictators to stay in African countries as president, but in European countries, no, they have smooth election, right? In African country, in European countries, they'll have smooth election, everything will go smooth. In African countries, no, it's okay. It's okay for them to stay in power. That is not the perfect democracy. Why is African democracy perfect when one person stay in power for 50 years and when the person is removed, oh, it's a problem. You see the ECOWAS will come. The AU, the United Nations will start talking. But that person has been there. He has violated constitution. He has rigged elections. He has been there for more than 2 terms. Okay, we know that 2 terms is a normal time for any president to stay in power, but it's very normal for them to stay there so that they can be pro-West, to be good enough, okay, for the other countries to get their easy way through the oil. Okay, Gabon is an oil-rich country. Okay, it's just terrible because we cannot have. There's no justification, right, for uh, presidents stay in power. Then they say, "Oh, it's democratization process." What democratization process that? So presidents in Africa who have been in power for many years, it's okay in Africa, but it's not okay in Europe, because in Europe they have their smooth elections. Okay, why not tell those presidents, sanction them before they are changing the constitution? They tell them that no, if you change that constitution, we're going to sanction you. Leave office after 2 terms. That should be what these people should be sanctioning. They should not sanction military leaders who are trying to change, to bring democracy and peace. Okay, Gabon would have been in the verge of civil war if this military did not take over. That's what they realized. They say they are doing that for peace to reign because the people were angry that Ali Bongo did not win the election, but they gave him to Ali Bongo. Mm? That is what we are talking about.
N'a pas un scrutin transparent, crédible et inclusif, tant espéré par les Gabonaises et les Gabonais. À cela s'ajoute une gouvernance irresponsable.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you. See you in the next. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Share, 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 share. Hit the subscribe button and also make your comment about this. And we'll come back in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Okay.